What's up everybody, and welcome back. If you enjoy this video, consider leaving a like and a subscription. As you can see, we are only 98 subscribers away from 1,000. Your subscription can make the difference. So please leave a subscription if you enjoy. We're trying to hit 1,000 before August, and if that happens, that'll be fantastic. Regardless, I have another recommendation that is also fantastic. So today I'm recommending Vegetable Garden of Twins, whose author is Umeno Tanuki, and so far, at least where I'm reading it, it has 2 chapters, but the truth of it is that there are 6 chapters out already. But the only reason I'm gonna say 2 chapters is because up to chapter 6, right, 3 through 6, the only translations that I have found are in Spanish, and the first 2 chapters are the only ones that I have found that are in English. So technically there are 6 chapters out if you read Spanish, and there are only 2 chapters out if you read English. Now, the good thing about that is there hasn't been a new chapter in a while, so I was a little worried because the last chapter I think came out last month, but in truth, they just haven't been translated yet, at least into English. So there are 2/6 chapters out right now. And this is a comedy, romance, school life, shonen, slice of life, and I think they should throw another genre in, that is gardening. I don't know if that's a genre, plants, but I'll get there. So the MC in this is Yuya, and the FMCs, because it's the Garden of Twins, so there's 2, are Sarah and Reese. At least maybe it's Reese, maybe it's Rise. It's spelled Rise, so I'm gonna say Reese because if her name is Rise, Reese sounds better. And Sarah and Reese are obviously twins. So the story focuses on Yuya, who is the oldest of, I think it was 9 siblings. It's a lot of siblings, okay? He's the oldest of them, so he's basically a nanny up until high school, because when high school starts, Yuya decides to move out. But before that, we get this scene of Yuya going to try and have lunch with a friend, getting abandoned by his friend and having to have lunch surrounded by a bunch of couples, where we are first introduced to Sarah, who comes and promptly is looking for somewhere to eat and decides why not to sit on Yuya's lap. Now this seems strange to everybody because why wouldn't it? But it turns out that Yuya and Sarah are exes because they dated in middle school. Now they are first year high school, but in middle school they were trial dating, but they've since broken up. Why? How? I don't know. I think the trial period expired and they just kind of went their separate ways, but now they're both going to the same high school and they're meeting up again. So Sarah takes advantage of that, plops on Yuya's lap, and starts trying to feed him some lunch, which everybody else is shocked by, Yuya is shocked by, and I am jealous of. But so like I said, Yuya, being the oldest of 9, he's used to taking care of people, but finally when he hits high school, he gets to move out. Why? I don't know. Maybe that was a deal that he had with his parents for all of the help in raising his siblings. When he hits high school, he's out of there. So he moves into his own place. It's a really nice place. Too nice for a high schooler. Seems like a decent size, has a real big veranda, but who then obviously forces their way into his house is Sarah. Sarah forcibly moves in with Yuya. Why? Because she's run away. Because apparently the reason that they started dating in middle school is because Sarah didn't want to go home. You don't really know why she didn't want to go home. I think she said she had an argument with her mother, but she didn't want to go home. She wanted to go and stay at someone's place. Yuya was sitting next to her, so she asked him. He obviously said no. She said why? Because they're strangers. That's when she proposed, well then they should just date, because then she'd be able to go to his house. So she goes. Yuya finds out that she's terrible at everything. Regardless, that's the story of their relationship. And here it is running it back, because she shows up on his doorstep trying to move in with him because she had run away from home again. This time, we don't know why. Yuya thinks it was another fight with her mother, but we have yet to learn the reason why she's run away. Now, Sarah, even though she seems extremely cheery, this is the thing that seems to make her depressed, which to me hopefully means there's gonna be a little drama to this. I mean, she did run away from home. That's not kind of a normal thing. So hopefully there is some drama enveloped in this in regards to their relationship, and maybe between the situation with Yuya, because she does get emotional with Yuya, because it's clear that they both still have feelings for each other. Even though it was a trial thing with no emotions involved, it's clear that Sarah definitely has emotions for Yuya, and Yuya, maybe he doesn't fully reciprocate them yet, but it might be one of those situations where girl likes guy, guy likes girl because girl likes guy. If you're a guy, that probably makes 100% sense to you. Regardless though, Sarah forces her way in. She jumps into his shower so that she can't leave because now she's soaking wet. She's like, you can't kick me out. Now that I'm soaking wet, I'll catch a cold. I don't really know how that's a threat, but you know, that's what she does to threaten him. He caves. He lets her stay there. He says it's gonna be for a night. Obviously that's not the case because she literally moves all of her stuff in there. All of these boxes start showing up and they're Sarah's, so this was planned out. Maybe she was stalking him a little bit, I'm not sure. But in one of those boxes is Sarah's younger twin sister Reese, who she pops out and she's upset, right? Not for the reasons that you would think of my sister moving in with a guy. She's upset because the lunch that Sarah fed to Yuya was cooked by her. So she is not happy about that. She doesn't forgive her for that. Regardless, she decides to move in also. Yuya just kind of takes it. He's like, oh, well, this is my life now. So he allows them both to move in. That's not even the best part of this. I mean, it kind of is, but my favorite part is the garden that he's keeping, which might seem strange, but if you know TooTaku, you know that we love cooking and we love food. So as soon as this became a not just cute girl living with you, not just two cute girls living with you, but you're having a garden and you're gonna be cooking the food from your garden, I'm all in. Hands, feet, all in, okay? Because Yuya, I guess to maintain his own peace, started a garden back at his home, brought it here. And that's why it's Garden of the Twins, because he's gonna make them help in taking care of his garden, because his desire is to be completely sustainable by himself. I don't know if that means he's gonna work. I don't know if that means he's gonna go hunting for meat, but he wants all of his vegetables to come from the garden. So he's been working at it and it looks fantastic. So obviously moving forward, we're gonna have the standard comedy romance things, slice of life, living together shenanigans, going to school together shenanigans. Reese is probably gonna end up in their class somehow because they are twins. Yuya's gonna get close to one of them, probably Sarah. Is it gonna end with him with one of them? I don't know. I could see it ending with neither of them in the sense of it does kind of that harem ending where they all just live happily ever after, whatever. But there's a garden, there's food involved. This is a romance, slice of life, potentially cooking, and I'm here for it. I love it. I like the art, looks really nice. Again, there's only 2 chapters, but there are 6 chapters out, only 2 translated, so hopefully we'll get those coming in soon. But right now, this is looking good. If you like romance comedy, if you like cooking, if you like gardening, this might be it. I know it's more than enough for me. I would have liked it if it was just the comedy romance, but add the gardening on top, I'm 100% in. So if this seems interesting to you, like the video, please subscribe to the channel as we try and hit 1,000. Check out the TooTaku podcast. Links to that and everything else are in the description boxes down below. Other than that, I will see all of you in the next one.